Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, thank you so much for joining. We wanted to seek the blessing of Radha Madhava, Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsimha Bhagwan, Jagannath, Baladeshwar, Gaunita, Tulsi Mani, Haridas Thakur, Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, continuing on from Canto 4, we are on chapter 13. We just discussed the pastimes of Dhruv Maharaj, and now we will have a look at the description of the descendants of Dhruv Maharaj. Vidur was overwhelmed to hear about Dhruv's ascent to Lord Vishnu's abode, and upon hearing from Maitreya about Narad's praise of Dhruv in the arena of the sacrifice of the Pachetas, Vidur is curious to hear more about the Pachetas and the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. As the Pachetas were born in Dhruv's dynasty, Maitreya describes the descendants of Dhruv. So, after Dhruv left for the forest, his eldest son, Utkala, renounced the kingdom, since he was a liberated soul and desired only to serve the Supreme Lord in his spiritual position. Giving the impression of being unintelligent, blind, dumb, deaf, and mad, the ministers crowned Utkala's brother Vatsara as king. So Utkala became deaf and dumb, basically, because he wanted to go into the forest. So his brother Vatsara was made the king. Chakshush Manu was born in Dhruv's dynasty as the son of Sarvatej and Akuti. When Maitreya mentioned about King Anga's leaving home, being disgusted with his son, Vidur wondered how such a great soul as King Anga could have such a bad son as Vena, and how the great sages cursed Vena to die. So we're looking at some of the descendants of Dhruv. After King Anga's qualified priest failed to attract the demigods to accept the oblations while performing the Ashwamedha sacrifice, the king inquired what his fault was. The sages explained that in his previous life, he committed a sin which caused him to have no sons in this life. They advised the king to perform a sacrifice to please Lord Hari. When the Lord would come, the demigods would also come to accept their shares in the sacrifice. The Lord fulfills the desires of one who worships him. The priests offered oblations to Lord Vishnu, and a person appeared from the yajna carrying a pot of pasayan. Pasayan is like a sweet rice, which is the nectar coming from the yajna. The king gave this to his queen, who was the daughter of Mrityu, personality of death. Born in a dynasty of irreligion from the mother's side, Vena was greatly irreligious. He killed his young playmates. So, King Ang was pure, but his wife was Mrityu. So, from that irreligious side, mother's side, Vena became influenced, and he was very irreligious. Vena's father unsuccessfully tried to reform Vena, then gave up hope. He thought that sonless people are very fortunate, as they do not have to suffer unbearable grief caused by a bad son. He further thought that a bad son is better than a good son, as the bad son creates a hellish situation, leading to detachment from material life, whereas a good son creates attachment to home. After many sleepless nights, the king finally left home. So this is very instructive. We might think, oh, we have uh, problem with our child or our relatives, but actually the problems are a blessing because those problems lead to detachment. If, however, we have a very nice family situation, that's a problem because we're going to be attached to family and home and we will stay in this material world. So detachment requires some heavy medicine. Sometimes this heavy medicine is a little hard to swallow, but it's important and it's good. Chapter 14, the story of King Vena. Upon the departure of King Anga, the sages coronated his son Vena as king, even though he was not worthy, because they could see that without a ruler, people would stoop to the level of animals. After King Vena ascended the throne, although the rogues became afraid and hid themselves, he became excessively proud and insulted the very persons who were responsible for his installation as king. He traveled widely, causing trouble, and forbade anybody to perform religious rituals. Seeing the citizens suffering under Vena's rule, instead of protecting them, he became their enemy. The sages decided to try to pacify Vena and offer him good advice. The sages advised Vena to live according to religious principles and lead the citizens on the spiritual path. A pious king who protects the citizens can accept taxes and enjoy in this world and the next. This would save him from fall down and elevate him to a higher planet in the next birth. Along with the citizens, he should worship the Supreme Lord by performing sacrifices. When the Lord is satisfied, anything can be achieved. So, of course, Vena rejected the sage's advice and told him to worship him instead of demigods and the Lord, comparing their affection for the Lord as affection of an unchaste woman. The sages, feeling broken-hearted, then cursed Vena, saying, "This impious, impudent man does not deserve to sit on the throne at all. He is so shameless that he even dared to insult the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu." Thus, with their angry words, the sages killed Vena. This is really interesting. They're so powerful simply by their words. No weapons, no violence, just words. They killed Vena. Saintly persons are kind to everyone, but if the king becomes demoniac, it is their duty to act. So there you go. These are the sages giving Vena a hard time. While the sages were discussing transcendental subject matters on the banks of the river Saraswati, they saw a great dust storm created by thieves who were plundering the citizens. So the sages decided to intervene. The sages then churned the thighs of the dead body of King Vena with great force. And from the churning, the dwarf-like Bahuka was born, and he's the father of the Naisada race. So this is a little backward race. Vena's body was produced from both Anga and Sunita. The impure portion of his body resulted from Sunita was separated by the sages in the form of the degraded Bahuka. Now the pure portion would give birth to Prithu. Who is Prithu? Prithu is actually incarnation of God. King Prithu's appearance and coronation. The sages churned the arms of Vena's body, and the couple, Prithu and Archi, appeared. Prithu, a partial incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with the goddess of fortune, his constant companion, had appeared to protect the people of the world. So Archi is none other than Lakshmi Devi. The sages, Brahmins, Gandharvas, etc., were jubilant. Lord Brahma appeared with the Devatas and saw the marks on Prithu's hand and lotus feet. So these marks indicate that he is none other than Supreme Lord, or at least a partial incarnation. And this is Vena. From him, they churned the bodies of Prithu and Archi. This Lord Brahma, the demigods showering flowers. These are the hands, have different markings, like the gada and the lotus and chakra, bow, umbrella, so many things. And these are lotus feet. This is what distinguishes the Lord from us. He has signs on his lotus feet and his lotus hands. People from all directions collected all the different paraphernalia for his coronation ceremony. All the rivers, seas, hills, mountains, serpents, cows, birds, animals, heavenly planets, earthly planets, and all the living entities collected various presentations according to their ability to offer to the king. The various demigods presented Prithu with valuable gifts such as whisk, umbrella, fire garland, etc. Lord Vishnu even presented him with a Sudarshan chakra. So this Lord Shiva has come to give the present. Vishnu is present as well. This is really extraordinary. Prithu advised the professional reciters not to offer him praise until he had actually become worthy of such praise, as their words should not go in vain. A person allowing his followers to praise him for his future activities simply cheating. Saintly persons do not like to hear themselves praised. So, chapter 16. Praise of King Prithu by the professional reciters. The reciters, being pleased with Prithu's humility, continued the praise by saying that Prithu was a direct incarnation of the Supreme Lord. As such, he will protect. As such, he will protect the religious and chastise the irreligious people. He will maintain all living entities, both on the earth and in higher planets. He will be as tolerant as the tree and a reservoir of unlimited glories and good qualities, functioning as the various devatas. So Prithu's purpose of existing in coming to this world was to rule the world in a very strong way. Prithu's qualities are described as Shaktivesh avatar. So he's an empowered soul. It's a partial incarnation. He will be pleasing to the minds of the citizens, fixed in his vows, true to his promise. He will be respectful, serve elders, protect all, is kind, treat other women as his own mother, is affectionate to his wife as if half his body, servants of his devotees as well. Consider all beings equal, increase joy for friends, associate with liberated persons, punish the wicked, consider all embodied living beings as dear as his own self, being uniquely powerful and heroic. He will have no competitor. He will level the earth with his bow and milk the earth to satisfy the citizens. Because at that time, the earth stopped giving milk because of all the exploitation or giving anything, fruits or grains, because of all the exploitation. There was loads of hills and mountains. So Prithu leveled the earth. When they hear his bow twang, all rogues and thieves will hide themselves. Nobody will be able to disobey his orders. He will mitigate the sufferings of his citizens. Chapter 17. Maharaj Prithu becomes angry at the earth. So, Vidura asks Maitreya many questions. Why did the earth take the form of a cow? How did Prithu milk the cow? How did Prithu make the uneven earth flat? Why did Indra steal the sacrificial horse? What destination did Prithu attain after receiving knowledge and wisdom from the Kumaras? So the citizen approached Prithu, suffering from hunger, seeing them skinny from starvation. Prithu contemplated the situation and concluded that the earth was accountable. He aimed his arrow at the earth. The earth took the shape of a cow and fled in fear from Prithu. There you go. This Gomata. Earth in the form of Gomata. Fled. In utter hopelessness, the earth turned back to face King Prithu. She prayed to Prithu that he is knower of the religious principles, shelter of the surrendered. She had not committed any sin, and so how could he strike a woman, even a sinful woman? Also, if he breaks the earth, then how will he stop everyone from drowning? King Prithu chastised the earth for disobeying his orders. Though the earth had accepted her share of the yajna, but in return she had not produced sufficient food grains. In addition, she had hidden the herbs and grains provided by Brahma within herself. Although she had eaten grass daily, she was not filling her milk bag. So, one who is only interested in his personal maintenance and has no compassion for other living entities may be killed by the king. Wow, it's a bit heavy. It's a Vedic injunction, I suppose. Prithu said that after punishing the earth, he will support the entire population by his mystic powers. Seeing the king exactly like Yamraj and understanding that Prithu was an empowered incarnation of the Lord, Mother Earth trembled and prayed more intensely than ever. She pleaded that in the form of Varaha, he had rescued Earth from the Garbhadak waters. But now, in the form of a great hero, he desired to kill her, although she was just like a boat holding everything afloat. Earth was saying, the Lord's progeny are her children situated in her lap, and she had nourished them with milk. However, seeing their evil ways, she had stopped supplying milk to rectify them. So this is the rogues who had taken prominence in the kingdom because of a lack of a leader. And now the Lord was trying to punish her. So she said, where should I go to take protection, and tell me who can give me protection? She offered her obeisances to the Lord and expressed her bewilderment in regard to these activities. Um, I think let's stop there. Anybody has any questions or any comments?
Prabhuji, Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
yes, Naniman.
How was King Gang? Was he related to Dhruv Maharaj?
Yes, Prithu is.
No, King Gang, King Anga.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's in the same dynasty, King Anga. That's,
Okay.
yes. He's in the same dynasty. Let's just see how he's connected. King Anga. So King Anga, there's there right at the beginning, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Mentioned by King Anga leaving home. So yeah, it must come from Chakshush Manu, or in that from that line, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's a very strong king, but unfortunately, due to his wife being Mrityu, the son acquired the qualities of Mrityu, or the sinful qualities rather.
Yeah. Okay. And then Mohuka, the one who was generated before King.
Okay, yes.
Yes. He he sort of produced this sort of low caste, but otherwise there's nothing much about him, isn't it?
Nothing much about him. He
Okay.
was everything that was bad about Venu.
Yes.
Yeah, they sectioned it off, and Bahuka was produced. So is regarded to be sin personified. You know.
Okay. All right. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anything else? Anybody else? Okay,
Prabhu, yeah.
Yes.
What about, sorry,
Let's
Mother Earth took the form of
cow.
the cow, yeah? So
Mm.
then Mother Earth did not exist. It was in the form of a cow only.
No. She exists as a cow as well. So
Okay.
as well. Yeah. She just expand. She can expand herself like she did when king comes, was causing terror, and she went to Lord Brahma in the form of a cow to beg for,
Okay.
protection. And then they both went with the demigods to Shvetudweep in Dhruvlok to meet with Lord Vishnu. So she can take simultaneously, she can take different forms.
All right. So
Yeah.
in that uh, story, the love song, so she was Prithu was chasing her because she
Yeah.
was a produce. Okay.
Yes, he was chasing the cow because the Gomata had come before him. So he decided to chase after her. Yeah. But the Gomata and
Was it because
she was representing
she was high? Yeah.
personification of earth. Yeah. That's correct. That's correct. But earth is still there.
Okay.
Yeah. Simultaneously. Gomata in the form of earth and earth both exist at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the form of Gomata, she was able to offer prayers to Prithu. And that's what normally
Okay.
happens. She takes the form of Gomata to, to beg for protection and whatever.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes,
All
it
right.
does.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So let's stop there. Srimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai. Prithu Maharaj ki jai.